In our culture, especially parts of Africa, education is seen as a ladder that you keep climbing from primary school to secondary school to getting your master's and then PhD. But here is the truth I had to learn. PhD is not the next obvious step after your master's. It's not a default promotion. It's not a status symbol or something you just use and be dragging about. And it's definitely not something you do to impress people or just put that doctor in front of your name. But it can also be deeply rewarding if you are doing it for the right reason. Hey family, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share something personal. It's about my experience applying for a PhD abroad and deep lessons I have learned in the process. But I know a lot of you will relate to it. Now, this isn't a success story with a dramatic ending, but it's a real one. Yeah, from getting offers in 2 different countries outside of Asia to relocating to a new city for a new job, getting married, becoming a mom. It all happened around the same time, really. Now, before all of that, I once thought that doing a PhD abroad would be my next obvious step. I had the passion and all the encouragement that I needed. I had a master's also. I even started applying, but let me tell you, that process taught me a lot. And through it all, I have learned that PhD journey is not about academics. It's about life. It's about timing. It's about purpose. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing the biggest lessons I learned, not just about the application process, but about myself, my life, and my purpose. So whether you are considering a PhD or you're just figuring out your next step in life, you will like this one. Trust me, you will. Now, let's be honest. There is a certain pride and joy that comes with saying you are going for a PhD. Now, for me, it started from a genuine place. I love learning, really. I love helping people. And I thought, why not take this all the way? Plus, as a Nigerian, we are kind of raised with this idea that the more the degrees you have, the more respected you are. But as I started researching schools abroad, I realized that it's a whole different ball game entirely, guys. It was so difficult. Now, picture this. I was wrapping up my master's, was newly getting married, and I got PhD opportunities in 2 different countries. All right. Now, on paper, it looked perfect. I mean, what more could I ask for, right? But here is the twist. Life happened. Just as those opportunities came, I was also blessed with baby number one. Yay. And and suddenly I wasn't thinking about research plans anymore. I was thinking about mommy duties, diapers and stuff. Now, the tool of relocating, I was like, let me go and start adapting again like I did in Japan. I'm not ready. Now, that toll and parenting made me to pause and reflect. Is this really the right time? More importantly, am I doing this for the right reason? It was a hard question, really. Like it questioned me from deep within. Applying abroad felt like looking for a job, and for me, that's a real shocker. Seriously, I needed to have a solid CV, write a personal statement, contact professors, and hope that they reply. You craft a unique research proposal. And don't even get me started on the fact that you have to write emails that starts with, "Dear Professor, I hope this email finds you well." Rejection? I saw it. Silence? I experienced it. But you know what? I wasn't alone. A lot of brilliant people out there go through the same exact thing. Now, as humbled as those experiences made me personally, I also realized that my value is not in any title, but in becoming in what I am or who I am becoming. So when some of your comments come in, my YouTube family, when I had hear some of your comments come in, I just feel your pain, your frustration in a unique and compassionate way because I've been there. And sincerely, I wish you all the best. Now, even though I did not accept those PhD offers I eventually got, I began to see the bigger picture. Maybe this was a divine pause for me because if I had used the energy in me to pursue career the way I felt it in my mind at the time, maybe I would have missed out on important things of life, like having a family. It's time to grow in other areas, I thought. It's time to mother a child, to reflect, to serve, and to wait with purpose. Those were my honest thoughts, really. Okay. So somewhere along the way, I paused and I asked myself, do I really want a PhD? Or do I just want what it symbolizes? You see, that question, it shifted everything. I started to redefine success, not as having a title, but as living with purpose. Then I began to realize there are so many ways to impact the world. PhD is beautiful, but that's not the only path. Now, whether or not I eventually go back for it, I now know why I would, and I would do it with clarity. And trust me, the importance of clarity cannot be overemphasized in the world of research because you are going to be tested in so many ways. Believe me. Now, here is what I now know for sure. PhD is not the next step. It's a calling. Yes, it's a calling. It's okay to say, not now, not yet. It's perfectly okay. Now, having a baby, starting a family, pausing your studies, those are not setbacks. These are good things that can only happen when they happen. Okay? Time does not wait for anyone. So every experience adds depth to your research if and when you choose to return. Now, people who get their doctorate at an older age can testify to this. You're not in a race with anybody. Now, you can still make impact outside the classroom or the lab. Now, rejection is not a failure, it's a redirection. You need clarity of purpose, not just ambition, because everyone around me attested to my ambitious nature or character and capability, but only me, myself, knew I needed more for success and for the protection of my mental health because I'm going to need it, I'm going to be needing it. Sometimes closed doors save you from the wrong path. It helps you to manage your time, to reprioritize. Yes, it does. You just have to be smart and well discerning about it. Now, whether you are a scholar, a teacher, or a creative, a mom, or something in between, your calling matters. Now, with all the problems and responsibilities that come with adulthood, you all know that getting a PhD, I think that it should critically be considered. Now, if you are currently applying for a PhD or you're just even thinking about it, please hear me, hear me. Do it with understanding. Do it for the right reasons. Go in and do it with purpose, not because of pressure, not because you want to prove anything to anyone or fit a certain narrative. Go in knowing it is a real relationship between you, your research, and your why, your reason. You are going to be pregnant with your research for years, not just the normal human 9 months. You'll be pregnant and you'll be dealing with deadlines, you'll be dealing with endless hours of work, financial strains, with or without funding. Now, you will also be dealing with mental health struggles, opportunity costs, pressure to publish, lack of passion, harsh reality versus expectation moments, right? Therefore, you're going to be needing grit. you will need grace and you will need God. You will need God. Now, for those of you who might feel that maybe life has interrupted your plans or you got called into any other path in life, I just want to say this. It's okay. Really, it's okay. A different path isn't a downgrade. You are not behind at all just because you chose a different path. Getting it a PhD much later in life is still great. Now, if you're ready into the program, I encourage you, hang in there. It will all end in praise for you. I pray for you. Okay. Now, so that's my story, or at least the beginning of it. I may still do a PhD someday, or I may not. But I have learned that my worth isn't tied to a degree. It is tied to my reason, my why. I hope someone in this phase of life gets to hear this because some actually do feel lost. Please leave a comment below. What is your biggest question or fear about doing a PhD? Or why are you even considering it? I'd like to hear from your heart. And thank you all. Continue to support my channel for more hopeful contents like this. Thank you and much love from your girl Jane to all of you. See you all in the next video. Bye.